I am B. Nash, the host of the Footballs to the Wall, and you are.
The defending football show.
And we are doing a collab today, everyone. If you're tuning in, thank you for watching, and this is going to be one of the best episodes I've had yet, and I'm super excited for this. So starting off, I'd like to ask you about the uniforms. How do you feel about the new DC Defenders uniforms?
Yeah, a lot of people are very upset about no camo. I very much understand that sentiment. The camo was very unique, very cool. One of the best parts of the uniform. But at its core, it's still the DC Defenders, They really didn't change much. The number font a little bit. I personally like the older one a little better, but overall, I think it's still one of the cleanest looks, most iconic looks in the UFL. So really, I kind of expected it, unfortunately, but to sell merch and stuff, I had a feeling they were going to get rid of the camo.
I do agree that the last one was a little better, but I think the DC Defenders new uniforms are um still very good. How do you feel about the noble tag on it?
So at first, I really hated it.
I did too.
It's so big, so and we're not used to really having patches on the UFL jerseys like that. So I was like, oh, geez, are they just gonna slap things all over these jerseys? But now when you look at it, besides like the Renegades one is a little bit like in your face, but you kind of just tune it out. So not really a big deal for me anymore.
Yeah, I feel like the noble patch is a little much, but if it was a little smaller. Have you
Yeah.
seen the meme? I'm not sure who posted it on Instagram. It was the who is the uniform from, and then it's the noble patches all over
I
the
think I did see
uniforms.
that. I think I
Yeah,
did.
yeah, it's funny. But how do you feel about the other teams' uniforms? What is your favorite and least favorite?
Oh, well, I did make a list recently, and I had DC at one. I'm gonna stand by that. I'm gonna say DC. I know. I think you don't like the DC uniforms. I don't know. Correct me on that, but I think they're still clean. So um, the worst is definitely Orlando.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree on that. I feel like Orlando could have done a lot better. I mean, just the plain black uniforms, not looking too great. I feel like it's better than I expected though, because I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you saw, I did the sketching. I
Yep.
did a AI version. I put all the uniforms into AI,
Oh.
and like all of them came out like exactly the same as the actual uniforms, except for Orlando, because Orlando added like a few more little things in there, which I
Mhm.
feel like it was better than I expected, but still not great.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
say their uniforms look a little bit better than I thought at media day. Recently, we saw them, but still, they really should have went with a dark purple. That's what they should have done.
I agree, like a almost like a Clemson look almost with like the
Ooh,
orange and purple.
that'd
Um,
be kind of sweet.
yeah, I thought of that. Um, with the purple, like I know Clemson had or has a uniform that was all purple, so that's what I thought they were gonna do. But it is what it is. Enough people complained about it that I think maybe in the future we could see a new design. The Pittsburgh Maulers. I don't know if you're aware of what happened.
Hmm.
The first year of the coming back of the USFL, they were orange and purple, and then they went
Hmm.
to black and white. I mean, no, 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 black, white, and yellow.
Yeah,
Um,
thank God.
yeah. But we've seen stuff like that before, so you never know. Um, but how do you feel about our roster?
Our roster, I'm very excited about the roster. So obviously, there's some pieces missing, which kind of sucks. Chris Rowland's gone, Anthony Hines is gone, Malik Fisher. So we're gonna have to replace those guys. But I think we did a pretty good job at it. I mean, we got a lot of new players. We got Gabe Taylor, fan favorite already. He's going to be great. He looks great in practice so far from what I've seen. Um, Brandon Smith, linebacker, I believe his name. Dude, that guy is massive. He's super athletic. I think he's rangy. That's going to be super exciting. Leon O'Neal Jr., he's going to be a great safety for us, I think. All UFL player, I believe, last year or the year before. I can't remember. But great player. We got a lot of guys that are athletic. And, as long as we have Teamu at the helm, Fred Keiss is the offensive coordinator, we got dudes to throw to, I think we're going to be all right.
I'm not 100% sure. Do you live in DC?
I don't. I live in Western New York. So,
Really?
yeah.
So, when did you become a DC Defenders fan?
Well, so I was a homeless fan because the AAF folded, and I was a Birmingham Iron fan. And I almost followed Luis Perez over to the New York Guardians in 2020. But because of Cardell Jones being drafted by the Bills, and I'm a big Bills fan, I followed him to DC, became a DC fan, and haven't really looked back since.
Um, so I know this is a little weird story. I went to the 2023 one out of nowhere. Just we bought tickets. We went to San Antonio in 2023. Went to the XFL championship.
Yeah.
I met Tom, who he great guy, so
Yeah.
nice. I met I don't know if you know Lucky Jackson.
Oh, yeah. He's my guy, man. I never
So
met him, but he's awesome.
so sad he's on the Kings now. Oh, yeah, I'm so sad when I saw
I
that.
know.
But I met a lot of great players, and this team is really we've been a great team, and we're going to continue to thrive in this league. And I feel like um, Tom, who is one of the greatest quarterbacks in this league, and I think that he should be given a chance in the NFL.
I think he's got a chance to take over the Spring King title, to be honest with you. I mean, if he wins another championship this year, I mean, it's got to be in contention. He's been to two championships in 3 years, won one, and he's been a top player almost every single year. So
Exactly. I mean, how are you going to have the Spring King name when you're having 5-5 and 4-6 seasons? I just I know Luis Perez is good and all, but I'm not seeing as much in him as um Tamu. I mean, Tamu has proven over the past few seasons how great he can be in a league like this, and um he's good on foot, he's good throwing, he can do anything, I mean,
yeah, he's
he's
electric.
just incredible. Yeah. Um but I feel like we have a really good roster here that we are putting together, and yeah, I mean, I am so excited for this upcoming season. Um it's going to be incredible.
Are you going to any games this year?
We live in Boston,
Mm,
I
that's
it
far.
I'm probably yeah, I'm probably not going to go for to another game for at least a while. I mean, it's a long trip. I mean, I've gone to one game in my life, a best day of my life. I mean,
Yeah,
you,
I mean it's almost 7 hours from where I'm at, so it's probably even more from where you're
yeah,
at.
yeah, it's like 14 hours. I think I checked once,
Wow.
10, 14. Um, yeah, it's like 10 to 14 hours last time I checked. But yeah, I mean, we I've never gone to the Defenders Stadium, Audi Field. I mean, I'd
Hmm.
love to at some point, but you know,
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere.
yeah, I mean, I'd love to one day, and I sure I'm gonna. But never know when that day's gonna come. Have you ever been to a game? Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to a game in the first year of the merge, so 24. I went to the Battlehawks game middle of the year, but the Battlehawks blew us out, and that was the first loss in Audi
Oh,
Field, which everyone blamed on me, and it's all right. I understand it. It's probably my fault somehow. So hopefully we could reverse that luck because I got season tickets this year, and I'm going to be at every game, so that can't happen.
Really, that's incredible. That that's crazy. I hope you have a blast doing that. I
Mhm.
tell everyone this. The more since you're getting season tickets, I mean, I saw someone make a video like, are the people gonna be? Oh, what is happening? Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
I turned my camera off for a second and stopped. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna finish with the video off, I guess. Um, I tell everyone this. Um, don't go into the stadium thinking that this is like NFL, like everyone just wants to win. It's not about that in the UFL. It's more of instead of 8 teams, it's more of one big team. The fan base is incredible, That one game that I went to, the championship where the
Mhm.
DC Defenders lost, the nicest fans I met were Arlington Renegades fans or at the time Arlington, now it's Dallas.
Right.
But great people, great everyone is just great in the fan base, and I just I love the UFL, and if other people love the UFL, they want to share that with other fans. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I totally agree with that. I mean, it's like even though these other content creators, they support other teams, so friendly. We're so nice to each other. It's almost like we're a collective underdog story. Like every player in the league is an underdog, right? So like even like in the NFL, I'm a Bills fan, so I just hate Patrick Mahomes. But if you know what I mean.
I love him.
So you love him? Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Well, I mean he's good. The thing is, everyone in the UFL is trying to get to that level. So you can really root for every guy in this league. So if you lose, yeah, it sucks. You want to be competitive, you want to win. But at the end of the day, I could look at Hakeem Butler on the Battlehawks and be like, wow, that guy should be in the NFL. I want him on the Bills. Like we've had receiver problems. Why not give him a shot? It's a little frustrating sometimes with that, but it's a good collective way for all of us to kind of move forward and be less toxic, more positive, and just a cohesive fan base, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And again, it's everyone loves each other in this league, and it's really great sportsmanship, great everything. Um,
Yeah.
you know, I love doing these collabs with other people, and yeah. What about other teams' rosters? How do you feel about those?
Man, so it's tough because trying to dig deep into all of these guys' film is very time consuming and I don't have too much time. So it's kind of like seeing guys that were in the league before that moved over or just kind of seeing clips here and there, kind of getting a vibe for the teams. I think honestly, Orlando is going to be a pretty tough team to play this year. Dorian Thompson Robinson is pretty legit, in my opinion. At this level, I think he's going to be great. Um, their team is pretty good talent wise, man. So I think it's really hard to say until boots hit the ground, I guess. But I think DC is definitely one of the top 3, 4 teams in the league. You know, definitely. So it's tough to say, but Orlando's going to be up there. Battlehawks, we'll see how their offense does. Um, I don't know. It's so hard to say.
I do agree that Dorian Thompson Robinson could be a very competitive player this season, and I'm checking now. Yeah, I don't like how they did the schedule. The last 2 weeks of the season, uh, they make us play them 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, and we play the Kings 2 weeks in a row before that,
Yeah,
or after it. I can't remember.
no, yeah, it's
Um,
before.
so it's like the last 4 games of the season, we're just playing the same 2 teams 4 times.
Yeah, I don't
So
know. I'm kind of confused with that, but I mean, having to play the Orlando Storm, 2 times, it's gonna be tough. I'm hoping at least we win 50% of that. Um,
yeah,
but I'm going to ask this because I'm not 100% sure. Do you know if they have released the divisions yet?
I have not seen anything on division, so
Yeah, I
I
haven't
think
either.
they may have gotten rid of divisions. I know they got rid of the conference, which I'm happy about, but I don't think yeah, they haven't released anything as far as I know. People can comment down below and figure that out. But because usually we play the Renegades twice and we don't this year. So does that mean there are no real divisions? We kind of just flow and play people every season and they decide who plays twice? I don't know.
If there are still the two divisions, this is what they would be off of the schedule. It would be the DC Defenders, the St. Louis Battlehawks, the Louisville Kings, the Orlando Storm, and then the other division is the Dallas Renegades, the Birmingham Stallions, the Houston Gamblers, and the Columbus Aviators.
It's not bad divisions. I think I'm down for that.
I mean, again, with the Orlando Storm, that could be a little tough, but
Hmm.
and the St. Louis Battlehawks, I feel like the St. Louis Battlehawks are um, they're our rivals, obviously, but
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that could be a little a scary division. I mean, I don't know. I feel like
It's because they're scared of us, probably. That's probably
yeah,
what
yeah,
it is.
yeah, the only people who are scared are them. Um, but yeah, it's just I love this league. But I have a question. What made you want to start a podcast?
Yeah, so um it's one of those things. I almost didn't think about it. It's one of those things I was looking online, right, for fans of the DC Defenders, and I'm like, hey, if I love this team, I want to watch coverage of this team. Like as a Bills fan, I watch Buffalo Fanatics, I watch, fan podcasts and stuff like that. For DC, there wasn't anything. So I'm like, hey, I've given YouTube a shot. All my other channels kind of failed, but let's just give it a shot. Let's see what I can do. Let's see if I can create an identity for my show and be the DC guy. And so far, it's working out pretty good. So I kind of just started it off a whim. Um, and yeah, here I am so far. So,
I mean, yeah, I have heard of you as the DC guy. I've heard great things about you in a few of my other collabs. The Weathering the Storm. We just had a collab with them a few weeks ago, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I love what he does. Yeah, yeah, it's just incredible."
yeah, I appreciate him a lot. He's a great guy.
Yeah, when I met him, he on the collab, he was a great guy. But he suggested you or told me about you, and I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard about him." And you know, I when did you start your podcast?
Oh, geez. Probably the off season right before the merger. Um, I
Oh,
believe so anyway, or maybe the start of the season. But so basically started the UFL. So I got in at a pretty decent point. Um, I waited. For whatever reason, I did not create content during the XFL 23. Maybe I was worried that the league wouldn't last, but when the merger happened, I was like, you know what? Let's make the show. Let's do this. Hopefully, it lasts a while. So,
I love watching your stuff. I loved watching the UFL video games one.
oh yeah,
Um yeah, that if that happens, I mean, I'm a big Madden guy. I love college football Madden. Um those are great games, and if I got to see Jordan Tom who's slinging the ball on my TV while I'm playing on my controller, that'd be incredible.
that
But
would be awesome. That would
hopefully
be
that
next level.
happens. Yeah, hopefully that happens sometime soon, and hopefully the league is in a good place. But do you have any questions for me?
Um, any questions for you? So, how did you become a DC Defenders fan?
Okay, this is gonna look like a bandwagon, and I'm okay with that because I am. Um, so basically, what happened is I started liking football and like playing the video games and then learning the players. And I'm like,
Hmm.
it's the off season. I need to watch football. And then the 2022 USFL was there. And I'm like,
Mm.
okay, I need to watch this. So I sat down and I watched every game. I was a Buccaneers fan at the time,
Okay.
I'm a big Buccaneers fan. And I was like, what team should I go be a fan of, right? So I looked at the teams, the all of the teams that were on there, and I
Hmm.
said, the Tampa Bay Bandits. That sounds cool. It's another
Yeah.
Tampa Bay team. Um, so I said, all right, I'll watch them. This is the team I like. And then I caught myself every time I'd watch the USFL, every week, the 10 weeks, I would catch myself saying, let's go, Jordan Ta'amu. And I would get so excited and so pumped to go see the guy next to your helmet play. That little figure right there. Was that custom
This
made?
guy. Yes,
Yeah,
my girlfriend actually painted these, which is super awesome. I gotta post them on Instagram. I don't know if I have.
that's
Tayamu
so
and Ty
cool.
Scott. She's awesome. I can't believe she did that.
Oh, I love Ty Scott. He follows me on Instagram.
He's the man, dude.
Yeah,
He's tall, man. He's so tall.
yeah, yeah. But Jordan Ta'amu on the Tampa Bay Bandits. I loved watching him. He he's one of my favorite players. He is my favorite player. And then
For sure.
in 2023, I was getting ready. I'm like looking. I'm like, why isn't he on the roster anymore? Why is he not on the roster? Because I was
Hmm.
checking like a few weeks before the season started, and
Right.
the XFL. This was 2023. It jumped from 2022 to 2023,
Yep.
and then it was the XFL and the USFL now. So um, I was looking, and it was not the Tampa Bay Bandits anymore. It was the Memphis Showboats. So I assumed, he would go over to them. Um, and he was on the roster for a while. And I'm just scrolling. I'm like, where's my quarterback? And
Right.
then I look up his name in Google. I'm like, who the hell are the DC Defenders? And I look it up. I'm like, I was gonna be a St. Louis Battlehawks fan because that's who he played on in 2020. Yeah,
Yeah,
2020.
2020. Yeah,
And then I said, I guess I'm a DC Defenders fan now. I mean, my favorite player all time is now on this team. I mean, I have to go watch him play and do what he did in the USFL because he was one of the best quarterbacks. He won a few awards in the
yeah.
USFL. So I'm
He's
like,
he's always been winning some rewards. He slings the rock, man.
yeah,
He's great.
he's an incredible player. I mean, he played for Ole Miss. I'm also an Ole Miss fan in college now.
There you go.
Um, you know, I love Ole Miss. They're my favorite college football team. He played with some pretty remarkable players.
Yeah, what
Um,
AJ Brown, Dawson
AJ Brown.
Knox. Who
Yeah,
I'm missing one. DK Metcalf probably too.
yeah, I think he said DK
Jeez,
Metcalf. That was
stacked.
crazy. Um, but then 2023, I'm watching. I think we were on vacation. I was in a hotel room and I turned it on. I'm like, he's even better here than he was in the USFL. Had 9-1
Yeah.
season. Found out that I'm going to the championship and that's the story. That's how it happened.
How cool is that? That's
Yeah,
awesome. I mean,
that
I wouldn't say
was.
you're a bandwagon. I mean, you joined the team before we made the run, so I wouldn't call you a bandwagon.
I mean, for him, I'll do anything. I mean, he's I just love Jordan Tom. He's my favorite player. If he ever leaves the team or leaves football, it's gonna be a really sad day in my home.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
love football. And do you what do you think that this league is going to last?
I really hope so. So, I mean, the way Rapoli is kind of changing everything, it seems like we just hit like an inflection point of all right, the first 2 years of the UFL were, their thing. Now Rapoli is going to get his chance. I think at least 3 years of Rapoli is going to be a thing. And they have so much money backing this league, thankfully, that I think it's going to last at
A,
least at least 3 years,
a good
if not
while at
more.
least.
Yeah, a good while.
I mean, I love this I love this league, it's gonna be devastating if anything ever happens, but I am super excited for this upcoming season and shields up, go
Shields up.
defenders. I mean,
Let's go.
they are just like my absolute favorite. Like it's better than the NFL in my opinion. The fans, the players, the play style, like some of the rules that they
The
have.
rules are better. Yeah, definitely the rules are better.
How do you feel about that 60 plus yard 4 point field goal?
That's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see that. I think that's a great rule, and I think eventually the NFL will adopt that rule, I think.
Did you see what's his name? Oh my gosh. Oh, is it?
Oh, Matt McCrane?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Matt McCrane.
Yeah,
He hit the 50 and then the 55, then the 60, then the 65.
I can't believe it. So that's, well, I mean, I can believe it. Matt McCrane's that guy,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
I don't think we've seen him in a game kick that. So that's very exciting to see that that's even possible. So I
I don't
cannot
think
wait for
we
this
ever
year.
even knew he could do that.
Yeah. So,
Hopefully we get to see that this upcoming season. I mean, he is he's a pretty good kicker.
yeah,
I
he
think we have
is.
a pretty stacked roster for this season for the DC Defenders. I mean, you are the first DC Defenders collab I've done, and I think eventually what I'm gonna do, I think this is I have 4 out of 8 teams right now. I have the
Hmm.
Aviators, the Kings, the Defenders, and the Storm. Um, so I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna make the best UFL podcasts by team. But
Okay.
if
That's cool.
do you have any other questions or
I just want to say before we get off, subscribe to this kid, guys. Please, if you're a DC Defenders fan, check this guy out. Footballs to the walls, man. He's very knowledgeable, very cool kid. I'm super glad he had me on. It's awesome. Spreading love in this community is absolutely important. So, cannot wait for the UFL. The season is going to be awesome. And am I allowed to do my outro on this show?
yeah, 100%.
All right. For the love of football, defend football, baby. Let's go.
Hey, peace out. I'm B Nash, and this is the Defending Football Show. Have a good day, everyone.
Shields up.